Good morning from your National Weather Service office here in San Angelo, Texas. This is your weather briefing for July 10th. Important updates for this briefing. We are going to be looking at the flooding risk for this weekend as we have the potential for some additional heavy rainfall. Looking at the next 2 days, we are expecting warmer and drier conditions with highs generally in the mid to upper 90s and those lower precip chances than we've seen for about the past week. However, rain chances do return this weekend and early next week with the potential for some severe weather and some flash flooding starting on Saturday, and then some additional scattered thunderstorms and flooding on Sunday as well. So looking at our excessive rainfall outlooks, you can see on Saturday, basically our whole area is in that slight risk, which is a threat level of 2 out of 4. And then on Sunday, a good portion of our area is in a marginal risk, which is a threat level of 1 out of 4. And we are expecting a cluster of thunderstorms to fire off to our northwest and then move southeast towards our area. With those storms, we could see some heavy rainfall and some potential flash flooding, especially for areas that are currently still in some standing water and that have saturated soils from rainfall in the past week. Now, we do actually have a threat of severe weather as well with these storms. You can see that the marginal risk extends for portions of the Concho Valley, Heartland, and all of the Big Country. This is a marginal risk, which is a threat level of 1 out of 5. Like I said earlier, we are expecting a cluster of storms to move in from the northwest into our northern counties in the late Saturday evening, with storms continuing overnight into Sunday morning. And with these storms, the main hazard is probably going to be damaging winds in terms of severe threat. And then we also have the potential for heavy rainfall and flooding and some dangerous lightning. Looking at our probability of precipitation forecast, you can see that the rain chances really start to pick up on Saturday, peaking on Sunday. And then we have those lower end rain chances for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, with this, we are still uncertain on rainfall totals, and then the locations of the heaviest rainfall. Whenever we get these mesoscale events that do have these heavy rain potential, it is hard to nail down exactly where and exactly how much rain. But to help you understand some rainfall amounts, we did make this graphic of the probability of at least 1 inch of rain. You can see that the highest probabilities are in the northern Big Country with about 40 to 50% chance of at least 1 inch of rain. And then once you get into the northern Concho Valley, including San Angelo, it's around a 30 to 40% chance. And then it decreases as you move into the hill country. So with this, I will say any area in West Central Texas will be able to see 1 inch of rain if you do end up with a storm that sits over your area for 30 minutes to an hour. We do still have a lot of moisture in our area, so rainfall rates could, approach 1 to 2 inches an hour. The moisture is not as high as what we saw last week, so those were extremely efficient rainfall producers. These storms are not expected to be like that, but you could still see 1 inch or 2 of rain if a storm does sit over your area for a little while, but chances are sitting on the low to medium side. But don't rule out about 1 inch of rain this weekend if you are in West Central Texas. And then for the timing, we are expecting the heavier rainfall to be overnight Saturday into Sunday morning with that scattered storms basically all day Sunday night, and then the rain chance is kind of lower as we go into Monday. Looking at temperatures, we are going to be near to below normal. You can see for the next week, our highs don't look to approach the 100-degree mark. So still sitting below 100 degrees going into mid-July. We haven't hit it yet here in San Angelo this month. So we're looking at upper 80s to mid-90s for much of the week. And then looking at the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook, temperatures are leaning near to below normal for much of our area, and we are leaning above normal for precipitation as well. So it looks like this pattern is going to continue for roughly the next 10 days. Looking at our drought outlook, most of our area is completely drought-free. We do have a little bit of area in our southern counties that is D0 or abnormally dry, with just a tiny portion of moderate drought, and then Crockett County gets clipped by a severe drought. But you see, after the past week rainfall, we have taken out a significant chunk of the drought in our area. Here is a reminder of the areas that we serve here at the San Angelo office. Our next routine briefing will be on Monday, July 14th. If you have any questions, feel free to call the office at any time.